lot of people here are very familiar with Hurricane Florence. While it did weaken by the time it got here, it stuck along the coast for several days, and freshwater flood.
Check. Hi everybody, Assalamu alaikum. If everyone could please come as close as you can to the stairs here, right behind these cameras, that'd be great. Everybody from the back too, please. We would like nobody standing behind the stage.
Raise your hand. Nobody move past him. So everyone on the inside of Waleed and our sister over here. So let's all get to the middle so we're all together. If you're a kid and you want to come up here and do it, come on. Does he know what he's doing? Does he know what he's doing? All right, good. Right here. Go ahead.
Hi guys, this is me, Amir, and I'm Palestinian.
All right.
If you guys want to all know that. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Palestine! Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Free Palestine!
Okay, thanks, Amir. Great job. Good job, Amir. I am the president of an organization called New Generation for Palestine. I'm also a member of the Arab American Political Action Committee and a board member of the ACRL, the Arab American Civil Rights League. I want to thank you all for coming out here today on short notice. I know it's hot, and so I thank you all for being out here today, and we're all here as one people, as Arabs all together. We are one people from all the Arab countries. They try to separate us, and they don't understand since October 7th, but even before, that we are one big Arab family, all of us together. And we are all going to be fighting for justice, whether it is in Palestine, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Iraq, in Syria, all throughout the Arab world. We are going to stand as one people, and they're going to hear our voices from now to November and beyond November from right here in Dearborn, the Arab American capital. Are you all with me? That's right. And so we are going to make sure that we are standing up for justice every single day. And they might think we might get Hi, honey. Okay, let's be careful. Free Palestine. Is that your sister? Okay, come on. Habibti. What's her name? Nadia. Oh, she doesn't care. Okay, good. They are trying to demonize us. That has been the game since October 7th, when our president comes out and says and lies about us, says he saw beheaded babies when he didn't. When he says that we were lying about how many of us were dying in Gaza. They have created these situations and treated us like less than human beings. and fostered an environment of dehumanization that got a 6-year-old boy in Chicago stabbed 26 times to death in October, that got 3 young men shot for wearing a keffiyeh in November in New Hampshire, and another young man attacked in Austin, Texas in February. And these things keep happening. And all we hear is about the safety of people on the other side, and they never talk about the safety of our people and our children. And so we need to keep our voices loud. And they will keep killing us and keep trying to genocide us. It's not just Palestine. They will come after us everywhere, and so we have to make sure we keep our voices loud. And so that's why we're here today, to say hands off our lands, hands off this policy that has tried to break us. Everything that they have done is to try to break the Arab spirit and the Palestinian spirit. Whether it's assassinating our leaders, raping our prisoners and our hostages, they are defending the rapists. They are having conversations in their society about defending and turning into heroes the rapists of our hostages. This is the people together today is the Dearborn Community Council. We also have the AHRC, the American Human Rights Council, the Arab American News, Project 1948, AMPAC, ACRL, NGP, Doctors Against Genocide, ADC, APAC, that's the good APAC, and the Michigan Task Force for Palestine. All these groups in the community came together from all backgrounds to come together as one people. And we might be a modest group of people today, but we know that we all speak for our whole community when we're out here. So first of all, we're going to have a few speakers today talking about this. We'll ask each of our speakers to keep it to the point, as it's hot out here. So let me please welcome first from Doctors Against Genocide. Please help me welcome our brother, Dr. Ala Ali.
Palestine! Thank you all for coming, and may Allah bless you all and bless us all for what we're doing. I have a message from my family in Gaza. I just wanted to briefly tell you about my family. We have a large, big family in Gaza. And since the beginning of the genocide, the first one to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was my brother Muhammad, peace be upon his soul. And after him, 128 members of our family were killed. Since the war, since the genocide started, I've been calling them, convincing them, I will pay the Egyptians government to get you out. Let's get out of there, at least till the genocide is ending. And they said no. If we leave, we are betraying our deen. We are betraying our land. We are betraying our ummah. They feel the obligation that we have towards our people in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Sudan, all over the Middle East. Do you think if they succeed in the genocide in Gaza, they will stop there? They will not. They will go to Lebanon. And after finishing Lebanon and everybody else is silent, they will go to Syria, to Iraq, to Yemen. This is their plan. We will have to have a plan. Our plan is from now on, Palestinian, Yemeni, or Lebanese. We are brothers against genocide. In the past few weeks, we have been approached by Kamala Harris' campaign and by Trump's campaign. They are trying to gain our votes. They are trying to gain our trust. We told them that we will not give you our votes till you show us on the underground what you're gonna be doing. Those people, the oppression that everybody is feeling in the Middle East, will not just go and vote, will knock on every door next to him and take them by hand to the polls tomorrow to vote. We will show them that we have numbers, we have votes, we can change everything around. They know that the next president in the United States is coming from Dearborn. We have to be strong because we are strong. All what we have to do is to go out to our neighbors, to our friends, call them, take them by hand, and vote. It doesn't matter who you vote for. As long as you show them that we are here, our vote counts, this is what will scare them. Reach us in any organization and we will see what is your talent and we'll scale together. God bless our countries overseas. God bless Palestine, Lebanon, Yemen, and Iraq, and all our countries. And God bless you all, and have a great day.
Let's try this a little bit. Free, free Palestine! Free, free Louder. Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
One of the most beautiful things about our rallies here is that we always have a diverse group of people. I know today we have our Lebanese brothers and sisters here with us. We have our Yemeni brothers and sisters, our Iraqi brothers and sisters, our Palestinian brothers and sisters, Syrian, everywhere from all over the Arab world, and we have other people too. And we also, let's not forget, whenever we have a rally in Dearborn, we don't forget to welcome our uninvited guests from the CIA and FBI that are here as well. Welcome. We have nothing to hide. We are not ashamed that we stand here. There are no words that you can use against us that scare us anymore. They want to come and call Dearborn the jihad capital. They want to call us all terrorist sympathizers. We don't care anymore. We are here standing up for justice and standing up for our people. And there is no way they will scare us anymore. No way they will scare us anymore. They try to make us ashamed of saying from the river to the sea. Are we ashamed? No. Are we ashamed? No. Let's try it once. From the river to the sea. We are not afraid to say what we mean. And maybe they say when we say it, we're being genocidal. That's not true. We mean free for everybody. But maybe they think when we say it is genocidal because when they say it, it is genocidal. Just today, Smotrich got on the news and said maybe it would be the moral thing to starve to death the 2 million Palestinians in Gaza. This is not somebody who is just some crazy Israeli. He is a crazy Israeli, but he also happens to be a member of the government, getting out there and saying these things. We are not the terrorists here. We know who is, and we know who are the genocidal maniacs in this thing. And so we are not afraid to keep standing up for what we believe and who we are. And so now I'd like to invite another member of our organizations up here. Get her up, I'll keep talking so when she gets up here it's very quickly, but a strong woman in our community, someone who has been at the forefront since October 7th of fighting for our civil rights through the Arab American Civil Rights League. Please help me welcome the Executive Director of the ACRL, our sister, Maryam Sharara.
And in solidarity with our brothers and sisters in Palestine, Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq. We're here to denounce the atrocities committed against innocent civilians and to call for an end to the violence and suffering that have plagued these regions for far too long. Innocent lives are being lost, families are being torn apart, and communities are being shattered. This is not just an Arab issue, it is a human issue. Every life lost, every child orphaned, and every home destroyed is a tragedy that affects us all, regardless of where we come from or what we believe. We must stand united, no matter our walk of life, to condemn these acts of violence and demand accountability. The targeting and killing of innocent civilians is unacceptable and must be stopped. We must raise our voices against the ongoing injustice and call for immediate action to protect human rights and uphold international law. Our literal last bit of hope is our voice. Yet our voices haven't been loud enough because just a few weeks ago, a documented war criminal, Netanyahu, who has a pending arrest warrant issued by the International Criminal Court, was invited to our country, welcomed with open arms, and received a standing ovation from our elected officials. This man stood before the American people and mocked us to our faces. The elected officials we put in office, who swore an oath to put us first, gave that man a standing ovation. This is a complete mockery of America and our values and a gross negligence of the Constitution of the United States. Today, we call for an end to the bombings, the blockades, and the brutal attacks. We call for humanitarian aid to reach those in need and the international community to take a stand against the oppression and violence inflicted upon our communities. They're trying to keep us quiet by portraying this false narrative, but we won't allow that to happen. Our strength lies in our unity. We must come together across all divides to advocate for peace and justice. Let us be a voice for the voiceless and hope for the hopeless and light in the darkness. In addition to standing together today, I urge each and every one of you to promote peace in the Middle East. Write letters, make phone calls, and use your social media platform to spread awareness and call for justice. Our collective voices can make a powerful impact, but it requires each of us to take an active role in the fight for human rights and dignity. It is our duty to speak the truth and stand behind our ummah, our people, and our fight for justice and dignity. And let us remember that our fight is not just for those in our ancestors' homeland, but for all people around the world who suffer under the weight of injustice and violence. Together we can build a future where every person, regardless of their nationality or religion, can live in peace and dignity. Thank you.
Another part of the diversity we always bring here, our brother Jamil Rishmawi from Beit Sahur, one of the oldest Palestinian Christian villages in the world, who was wounded and shot and imprisoned by the Israelis when he lived in Palestine, and now he's here to still tell those stories and be someone who is always standing up for Palestine with his family. And we have that beautiful diversity with us in Palestine and always here at our rallies here in Dearborn. Has always made sure that our Arab American voice has been heard. And since 1984, since 1984, every week has published the widest spread Arab American newspaper, and every week since 1984, not just since October 7th, has had a column and a feature about Palestine, because he knows that Palestine is in the heartbeat of every Arab throughout the world and every Arab American here in Dearborn. So the founder and publisher of the Arab American News, our brother Osama Siblani.
I was trying to imitate Joe Biden. Assalamu alaikum. First, let me, to each and every one of you who came. I know you're looking around and you say, well, this is the largest community outside the Middle East, and what the heck is going on? Well, some are overseas, and some have become lazy. They have become callous. And I understand, but there is one thing that is not happening. The people who are fighting are still standing, and they're still fighting, and they are still making a difference. And that where once we become lazy and give up, then we will start to lose. That should not have happened in Dearborn, my brothers and sisters. On the eve of one of the most important elections in our time, which is tomorrow. We can scream and we can yell. We need to make sure that our friends, the people who are good for our community and our country, the United States of America, win. Not those who are the best politicians that money can buy. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? If each one of us bring 100 to vote, we can win the election hands down. I can tell you that. So, let me tell you about something. Every time I appear on a television station overseas and speak in Arabic, there is an organization called MIMRI, Middle East Media Research Institute. This is the same institute that the executive editor wrote his infamous opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal about Dearborn and called it a jihadist city. So every time I appear on Arabic television, they take my statements and they translate in English. And they broadcast it and put it on video and put it on YouTube. So I want to take this opportunity to say to them, thank you for doing so. I appreciate the effort of translating every word I say. So I am saying now, go to hell. There you can take with you Biden, another criminal that has dropped out because God can know how to punish. And they punished him. You see, the first couple days in this war, 10 months ago, I spoke. I say it 10 months from then. I say it now. The terrorist is Netanyahu and his government and Biden and his administration. If this is a crime, I am guilty as charged. Come and pick me up, 5706 Chase Road. We cannot remain silent when we see our children being ripped apart in Gaza. I sit and watch television and I see young kids, 16 and 17 years old, running in the street and carrying, this is live footage, carrying children that they're dripping blood and ripped in pieces. How do you think these people are gonna feel? How do you think these kids are gonna act when they grow up? Are they going to take a bunch of flowers and give it to the Israelis? Are they going to sit home and say, yes, I will stay under occupation for another 76 years? They are going to say, the hell with you, I am willing to die as well in order to make us free. So for those, you don't need to translate me from Arabic to English. I'm speaking good English, right? So for those who are betting on us getting tired, or these people who are worried that we are not getting tired now, but we will be getting tired soon. And for those who believe that we are afraid to die, or afraid to go to jail, or we're not gonna stand up later because we get lazy, you are betting on the wrong thing. We are going to continue to fight, stand up, speak up until we become free and it becomes Palestine becomes free. And yes, from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free.
Let's do it for him. From the river to the sea. That's not good enough. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. And we are here today. I went around and picked up the flags because we are here today as one people. We are not ashamed to say that we stand with our Iraqi brothers and sisters that are fighting against occupation and apartheid. And they've been fighting against American occupation and apartheid since the first Gulf War, through the terrible sanctions that they lived through the million Iraqis that were killed based on a lie from our government, massacred, and our government wants us to believe them, killed based on a lie. And they have stood up. Civilizations destroyed by the American government. Where do you think the Israelis learned what they do from? We saw Abu Ghraib and now we see it again in Gaza. So we stand strongly with our Iraqi brothers and sisters. And we are not ashamed. And I said it a lot and I say it a lot and they always put me in trouble for it, but I don't care. We are not ashamed to say that we stand with our Lebanese brothers and sisters protecting the north of Palestine, protecting the south of Lebanon, who are the barrier against this apartheid spreading throughout the rest of the Arab world. We are not ashamed to say the word Hezbollah. We are not ashamed to say that we stand very strongly with the Lebanese resistance. And if you want to understand the beautiful diversity of Arabs, understand that the voice of the singing voice of the Lebanese Islamic resistance of Lebanon is a Lebanese Christian woman. That's how beautiful our culture is. That's how beautiful we will be. Whenever I see Lebanese girls in Dearborn named Julia, I know why. Maybe white people don't know why, but I know why. And so we are very happy to stand strongly with our Lebanese brothers and sisters protecting. And finally, and last but definitely not least, our brothers who have put a little toll plaza in the Red Sea, who I can guarantee you, I go to Palestine, I return to Palestine all the time, I'm going there next week. It's on the line too. And they have gone out not just from their lands, but out into the seas to say that there will be a price for apartheid. There will be a price for genocide. And they do that because they are proud Arabs and because our Yemeni brothers and sisters are the original Arabs. The Arabs who have stood up for justice from the beginning of time. And so we are not ashamed to say that we stand with them every day of the week and they will keep fighting. We are all Palestinian and we all raise Palestinian flags all the time. Yes, we have these flags, but we don't believe in these fake lines that white people had a meeting 100 years ago and built them between us. We are all one people. And we are fighting for Palestine because it is an attack not only on Palestinians, but an attack on all Arabs. Remember, when Zionists march down the street, they don't say death to Palestinians. They say death to Arabs. They want all of us to go away. And they want all of us to be genocided. And they will never get rid of us. They have tried everything for 75 years, for 100 years, and for years. And he has started Arabic language groups to make sure our voice is always out there in the arts and in the progressive space. So please help me welcome our brother from right here in Dearborn, Wissam Sharafuddin.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. My name is Wissam Sharafuddin and I'm a member of your beautiful community. I'm very proud to be a member of this community that has been an inspiration for the whole world. I think our presence here today is to protect American values. There is nothing more American than what you are doing today. And don't let anyone make you think that you're doing anything un-American. America's values of the consent of the governed and the equality of mankind and the freedom and the right of people for self-determination have been a struggle that was paid for by thousands and thousands of American martyrs over the years. And when the government betrayed these values, people protested to correct path. People protested against the Korean War, and people protested against the Vietnam War. And these protesters are celebrated today as American heroes. And you protesting the American-Israeli genocide is going to be celebrated as American heroes in the future. Interest over American interests. 68% of Americans voted against the genocide. They voted with ceasefire in the first weeks of genocide, and 100 senators out of 100 voted against ceasefire. Who's representing the people and who is an employee of AIPAC? A Congress Congress that has hundreds of representatives, only 7 voted for ceasefire, while 68% and then became 72% of Americans voted for ceasefire. What kind of democracy we're living in? What we're doing here is an American duty to protect our democracy. AIPAC should be designated as a foreign agent because it works for the interests of another country. There are no longer left and right. There are no longer Arab and non-Arab. There's no longer Jew, Muslim, Christian. There's no longer Shia, Sunna. There is Zionists and there is anti-Zionists. The line has been drawn in the sand, and this is what we need to know when we go to the polls. We need to know what line we're drawing, what's our priority. There are many issues that we care about, but there is a red line and there is a priority issue, which is Palestine. And for any human being, this is not because of our loyalty, this has actually taught us. Gaza has taught us to stand for every humanitarian value. I feel that I haven't done my duty during Zionism is anti-Semitic, and the first victims of Zionism are Jews. And so we stand here in solidarity with our Jewish brothers and sisters, defending Judaism and defending Jews. A colonial settler project that was designated and designed by evangelical Zionists way back before even Herzl even thought about the project. Read about the roots of Zionism, and it is anti-Semitic in its essence. Participating in every single rally, even rallies that did not invite her to speak, she still participated in the rally because she believed in the cause. And she got imprisoned in an encampment with students and went to jail overnight. In the last ADC survey that surveyed 43,000 Arab Americans, very strong survey. We need every single vote, and we need to activate everyone around us. And by appearing here today, we're not pledging to be activists, we're pledging to bring 1,000 persons with us to be activists too. Thank you.
1,000 people in October in Hart Plaza, and we're going to have thousands more when the elections get closer. It's the summer now, but when there's only a small amount of people, I don't get discouraged, because I know that each one of you is worth 100 followers that you know that aren't here today, and you're going to keep spreading the word. And I'm not worried at all, because I know that we are one people. I know that the most famous Palestinian of all time, he said, "That which you do to the least of my brethren, you do to me." And so we are all one people, and he didn't have a lot of followers before he died. And so we're gonna make sure that we keep this movement going, and we keep going forward as far as we can. And so last, I'm gonna bring up one last speaker, a youth speaker, but before I do that, I would like any kids who would like to come up and be on the stage for this last speaker, come on up. Any kids wanna come up? Any kids, come on. Someone who is representing our new generation, because we know that we are all here because of our kids. We are all here because we remember little Wadir back in October, and we are here because we have to protect our kids at all costs. And that's why we stand up here today, because the freedom of Palestine is not just about the freedom of Arab kids today, it's about the freedom of Arab kids 100 years from now. And it's not just about the freedom of Arab kids in Palestine, it's about the freedom of Arab kids here in America and here in Dearborn too. Because we know that they target us, and we need them to know that all of us will put our life on the line in a second to protect one of our kids here in this community. And so we have to make sure that we're always letting everyone know that. And so this next speaker, to close things out today, I'm very honored that you wrote some words for us here today. And so please help me welcome our young sister, Ayat Faraj.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we are here to show our support for the people of Lebanon, Palestine, Yemen, Syria, and Iraq. These countries are going through really rough times, and it is important for us to stand by them. Right now, they are facing challenges that are impacting everyday lives in so many ways. Families are struggling, and there's a lot of uncertainty about the future. As young people, we are understanding the power of coming together and supporting one another, no matter how far apart we are. It's about empathy, compassion, and realizing that despite the distance, their pain and struggles are real to us too. By standing By standing in solidarity, we are showing that we care about what is happening. It's about letting people know that they are not alone and that we are paying attention. We may not have all the solutions, but we can offer hope and a sense of connection. We can raise our voices, share their stories, and advocate them for a better future. In these present times, it's more important than ever to be there for each other. Whether through awareness, donations, or simply sharing our support, every little bit counts. Let's use our voices and action to support those in need and to stand up for a future where everyone can live in peace and dignity. Together, we can make a difference. Thank you. Free, free Palestine! 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 Free, free Palestine!
All right, great job. Great job. All right, get out. Let's have another hand for our kids and for Ayat doing a great job up here. We'd like to thank the City of Dearborn for helping us put this together real quickly. Jenna Sound, I want you to all look at each other and look at the person next to you and tell them thank you for coming today. Say it again, say thank you for coming today. Now look at the person next to you and tell them I'm proud of you. Tell them again, I'm proud of you. Now look at the person and tell them in a loud voice, I love you. I love you. Because we are a people full of love, and our love is going to take us to a free Palestine one day. Again, look at the person next to you and tell them, I love you. Because we are a people full of love. They lie and say that we are full of hate, but we are only full of love. And we are proud to be Arabs and proud to be one people all standing here together. Let's hear it again. Free, free Palestine. Free, free Palestine. Yalla, bis-salami. Everyone have a safe day. Everyone love each other, protect each other, and we'll see you all soon. And we are going to be on the beaches of Gaza one day. I promise you, all of us together.
الانفراستراكشر بحاجه البلد كله تغيير الانفراستراكشر والمياه والانابيب والجسور. وين اخذين كل الفلوس؟ من سبتمبر 11 لليوم امريكا دفعت 9 تريليون مش بليون تريليون دولار للحروب، كفى حروب وكل هذا now